get that recording started. All right, I have kind of turned the world on its head, so I'm going to do a little brief overview of the world so that everybody is kind of on the same page lore-wise. So the land of Aloria stands at a turning point. Once thriving kingdoms now tremble beneath an unseen shadow. The roads are no longer safe, and whispers of missing villages, restless dead, and unseen forces spread like wildfire. Though no kingdom has declared war, borders tighten, alliances strain, and rulers prepare for the worst. The kingdoms of Aloria. Each nation faces its own struggles in the wake of the encroaching plague. The dwarven kingdom of Thargaldor. Deep within the Cragspine Range, the dwarves of Thargaldor have fortified their cities, sealing off many trade tunnels and limiting outside contact. While the forces of Brinthar still ring with... while the forges of Brinthar still ring with hammer blows, fewer weapons make it out to the outside world. In Cairdoon, the last open dwarven outpost, concern grows over the fate of missing caravans and the rise of strange creatures in the mountains. The dwarves do not fear war, but they do not fight what they do not understand. This music took an unexpected turn. The Elven Kingdom of Sylvanestria. In the heart of the endless forest, the elves of Sylvanestria have sealed their borders behind arcane barriers. Alarius, the capital, remains untouched by the troubles of the outside world, but at what cost? Scholars speak of ancient prophecies while warriors train for a war no one will name. Some say they hide knowledge of the plague's origins, but few outsiders will ever be allowed inside to find out. The human kingdom of Valtoria. The humans of Valtoria have always fought for survival, and now is no different. Verthaven, the capital, remains strong, but its rulers bicker over what must be done. Some push for war, claiming the plague is the result of foreign corruption. Others demand unity, knowing that without allies, humanity may not survive. To the south, Redwater, a once great trade city, now serves as the last stronghold against the unknown horrors creeping across the land. It still stands, but for how much longer? What was once a distant problem has now reached the gates of civilization. No one knows where the dead first began to rise, nor what causes it. Caravans vanish without a trace, only to be found days later, their drivers shambling and hollow-eyed. Entire villages go silent, the people within either missing or changed. Those who die in battle do not always stay dead. No kingdom yet understands the source of the plague, nor how to stop it. Some say it is a curse, others a punishment, and others still whisper of a force darker than any war this land has ever seen. Aloria is changing. Its rulers hesitate. Its people tremble. But the world does not wait. Whether mercenary, knight, scholar, or wanderer, you have found yourself on the road to Redwater, where the truth of this world's fate may begin to unravel. What you do from here on may determine the fate of all. Within the confines of the walled city of Cairdoon, the last trade post is bustling, yet tense. Merchants work by lamplight, watching travelers with wary eyes. The air smells of burning coal, hot iron, and aged whiskey. Each merchant here and many of the citizens are dwarven-born, hardened by the mountain's winds and wary of those unproven. They won't suffer fools, but they'll trade fair if you've got the coin. You find yourselves in the middle of the Cairdoon market. your group just having traveled through the Dwarven Kingdoms for a number of days from the major capital of Brinthar. No small amount of undead has been discovered by you on this bleak road travel. You were told to report here to Cairdoon for your next orders, and that they would be received later today. You've been resting for the past couple of days, so everyone should be at full hit points, full FP, all of that stuff. Is there anything you'd like to do while you wait out the hours of in between receiving this next summons?
Do we have any coin? Sorry, do you hear me?
Yes. You should have a little bit of money listed on your character sheets, whatever is there.
I don't have any.
Okay. I believe we set you guys up with the base items, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have money either.
No,
Oh wait,
but-
is that the 5 IP?
That
It's
is the
iron
5 IP.
pieces.
Iron pieces.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ah.
My bad. I didn't put it on the front.
Oh,
I apologize. Put it.
Nice.
We're just kind of sitting waiting.
Yeah, you guys have been sitting in the marketplace for not terribly long, but you might need to freshen up on some supplies before hitting the road. It is a 6-day journey to Redwater from Cairdoon.
Is there a bakery around?
Yes, the smell of fresh bed.
dang! I got a
Oh,
bakery,
God.
bro.
Dang.
Yeah, that's
Fresh
what I'm
bread.
talking about.
What we baking?
I would like to sneak off and go get some flour and sugar and some salt and things.
Okay.
And things.
And things.
Trade has been limited, but salt is a mineral-ish, so it's very accessible to the dwarves. You needed sugar.
Sugar or some type of sweetener. If there is any.
I was gonna roll this, but I don't want to have the first roll of the campaign. I'd rather leave that honor to a player. So whoever wants to make this roll, probably Hannah, but if Hannah wants to relinquish that to somebody else, that's fine. It is a percentile roll with a 25%. So if you roll under 25, let me know.
Under 25. Everything out. I was working on papers. Don't judge me.
I'm judging you.
Judging you.
That's gonna be a no, sir, at a 97.
97. So the sweetener that you find is what is called rock sugar.
Yeah.
It is a hunk of kind of a lavender crystal.
Okay.
And he displays, he takes like a cup of water as a base, and he has you take a sip of it, noting that it's normal water. And then as he grinds some of the mineral into it, you take a sip and it tastes like aspartame. Like, it's not the right kind of sweetness that you're looking for, but it technically makes it sweet.
No, it's not the right kind of sweet. Are there any, like, do we have access to, like, any fresh food, like fruit? Or is that something that we don't come across?
Not here. In Cara Dune, it's lots of meats are the fresh things because they can keep
Okay.
livestock in the city, but there's not very many farms. The most of the fresh food that you find is mushrooms or any kind of fungus or vegetation that they can grow in dim light. There's some alchemical ingredients for sale here that are kind of dim light ingredients, but beyond that, not very much.
Okay, I'll just get what I can. I'll skip on the sweet. I don't want to sit here and try to find baking stuff for 20 minutes.
So I'll say that how much flour are you looking for? Because that's basically what you're limited to here.
Right. Half a pound.
Okay.
I don't think that's too much.
No, so that he will his prices aren't ridiculous, but everything's a little more expensive because of the events that have transpired. So it's going to be an iron piece for a pound, and there's not really a way to dilute an iron piece because that's the lowest of the currencies. So you get a pound.
Okay, that's fine. Do you anything else? Salt. I'm looking for just baking stuff. I want some baking stuff. That's it.
Yes, you can find
Buy
salt.
what I
Salt is 5 iron pieces for an ounce.
Whew.
It is very expensive.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
It sounds like there is a small mining town called Dunfar that is towards the southern border of the Dwarven territories. You're kind of up closer to the northwestern territories, and they haven't heard anything nor received any caravans from Dunfar in a few weeks. So they have not had any extra salt. What salt they do have, they have to ration as best as possible.
Okay.
There's even talk, the merchant explains to you that there's even talk of the nobles repossessing some salt in order to keep it for themselves.
Selfish.
Dang nobles.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll do the full 5 iron.
Okay.
She's
He
not gonna
gives
try to
he gives you an ounce of salt. This kind of
sad.
this very tan, dark-skinned dwarf with bright red hair and beard, and it kind of protrudes right beneath his eyes out. So it's like mostly beard on his face, and his head is just completely red. His forehead is red from staring into the oven all day. But he packs it in this little brown pouch, and then he sets it in a small case that he tacks down. So it is sealed in this small case for you.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to hide that in my satchel.
You're sneaky.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I made
don't
a
know, do I
grave
see you?
mistake because we've all played a little bit, but I have not asked for any of your character descriptions before we got into this. So let's
I
start
forgot.
with Una.
I didn't get any characters drawn up, finished. I've been busy.
It's all right.
It's
Working
good.
on it.
It's good. It's good.
Well, I mean, same as she was before.
Same as it ever was.
Pale, blonde. Right now, her eyes are probably more on the red side. not like a crimson, but almost. I mean, gosh, I don't.
If you have an image, I can display it on the video as well.
I do, but not on. Let me see.
Do you want me to jump to a different person?
Yes, jump to a different person.
Mandy?
Oh, the chosen one.
Am I just describing or?
You're describing, and you can display your. You've drawn a beautiful picture of him, so I would prefer to have that on the video as well.
It's on my freaking iPad.
I thought you had already posted it to the Discord, though.
Through my
Yeah.
iPad.
Right, but then wouldn't it be in Discord for me to grab?
It
Good
should
luck
be.
trying to find it.
Mm-hmm.
The trouble is which chat.
That was like a month ago.
You doubt my powers. Found it.
Good job.
Heck yeah.
Ah,
There he is.
Yes.
I am my 9-foot tall,
Whoa.
dressed in the iron and golden armor, with my tower shield and flail secured to my back. He has this slight, like very dull gold glow about him. A lot of the gold is glowing from an amber in his forehead. Yeah, I'd say he's just waiting right outside the shop where Una is, having followed her, but not saying anything.
Just naked. Just
Just to mail you.
Oh.
But he's all in golds and ambers. And
It uploaded a little funky to the video, but it looks good.
yeah. It's there. He always has like a soft, gentle look about him, but his eyes are always alert. So, I don't know.
Perfect. Awesome. Dimensions? Height, weight, build.
Me?
Yeah.
I said my 9-foot tall self. I'm a big boy. I don't know how much poundage there'd be for a 9-foot tall guy, but 9-foot tall
boy.
muscly dude. I'm a big boy.
Probably at least 300 pounds.
Yeah, I think
I'm a
I
big boy.
estimated for the armor that you're wearing and everything, I think it was about 350 to 400 pounds.
I'm a big boy.
All right.
Just what I always wanted to be growing up.
Who wants to go next?
I found the photo Mandy had sent me.
Uh-huh.
So I can.
Oh,
I
she's-
can. I got. I just did the.
There you go.
two,
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got
He's
the
making it.
blonde. Yeah, I know. So that's what she looks like.
Yeah, she's
with
as naked as a Barbie doll. It's not like she's.
Yeah, she's.
Sorry. It's like she's
This
wearing a
color
bodysuit right now.
So she's very pale. She's got the red eyes, the blonde hair. She's wearing some leather armor with some crow inspired like pieces on it. She does wear a half helmet on her head. It stops just below her nose, and it comes out as a crow's beak. And she's probably wearing it to hide her eyes currently. Yeah. Leather armor and all those things.
Kill you.
Sweet, sweet. Who next?
I'll go, I guess. My guy, Lysander, looks kind of like that. Got kind of blue eyes, black hair. He usually wears kind of like brownish robes, and his arm prosthetic is a tarnished bronze, which is, so this is not exactly what I was shooting for, but it would look like that kind of, but pretty old looking, kind of rusted in spots or oxidized. He's usually clean shaven and has kind of black hair with medium length in his mid to late 30s. He's about average height, 6 foot, I guess. Probably on the lighter side, maybe like 170 pounds. So, yeah.
Sweet, sweet.
Shoot.
If we're going height and stuff, I forgot to say that Una is like 5'7". And she's pretty light, I think. Like, I don't know, 120, 115. She's lanky.
Sweet.
Willowy.
One left.
Okay, so Lyra, she looks, now forgive me, this is not colored, because I keep forgetting about this, but appearance-wise, that's how she mainly looks, like, kind of fierce, badass. So color-wise, her skin is, like, very dark, like, almost kind of ebony gray, like, a very dark gray, but not black. And she has like, her scales have like pops of color of like little rainbow iridescent. That kind of, almost like an oil spill. But it's mainly like primary colors. And then her hair is all black, with like streaks of like red, purple, yellow, blue, green, just kind of spread throughout. Her eyes are a like ember color. She's kind of like a muscle mommy. She's
You love
probably about,
saying
like-
that.
yeah, she's my muscle mommy. She's what I want to be. And she's like about 6 foot, just like a tad bit under, but she's gonna tell you 6 foot.
Perfect.
If you ask. And then her armor is kind of like looser, I'd say. Like she basically has like metal plates like on her like shoulders, like where you typically see for like someone a lighter build, like this, but with like a little bit more armor and all the key bits, like the chest, the shoulders, the hips. Yeah. Any details I missed? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, as you all stand yourselves a very odd menagerie of people settled together in one group. I mean, you've got like a 9 foot tall Dawnsman. You have a one of the Drakviri dragon warriors. You have a very lanky, not known to public, but vampiric human, a alchemist with a prosthetic enchanted arm. You guys look like a adventuring party out of any book ever written. And I welcome you to Cairdoon.
Whoa! Oh, badass.
Sweet. Love it.
So you are
They even
Or
I
the
wrote
Citadel.
Paradune on the, like, in the runes, like for the tunnel.
yeah.
And it says air. That's funny.
You are in the snowy market district, the main structure, kind of back to the western end. Leads into the great halls of Cairdoon, where the lords and nobles make their rulings about the people. There are scattered little holes and hideaways for many people's homes, and the large tunnel that Josh pointed out is the only safe caravan passage into the land of the men. And I'm going to make sure that I change the image on the video to have that. And just for video purposes, all art used is given credit to the owners. We dumb, we just grab stuff from internet. Awesome. So, as you begin to wander the marketplace and kind of freely enjoy the atmosphere about you, where do you see each of your characters? Una is shopping for baked goods and the means for making such. Let's just go down the list here, which means we have to start with Candace again.
Okay. I'd be scoping out the crowd, seeing if there's any people of interest that I want to talk to.
Okay.
Do I see anyone?
You see
That might
many
have
people.
information.
There's lots of people. They're all dwarves, and they're all very shrewd and stout. And although you're looking for somebody to talk to, there's not a lot of people that want to talk to you.
Do I see anyone that might look that you might know, like the black market in this city?
Oh, sweet. Roll a vision check for me. There it goes.
Go? Where'd it go?
Bye.
Okay, new one for now. Find it later.
Gone forever.
Hopefully not.
The next
That's
time
one
you
of my
find it is with your foot.
Oh, probably.
Stepping
Well,
on it in
that-
the dark.
That wasn't good. I got just like a 5 straight up. And then a 2. Wait, do I plus anything?
Plus your vision skill.
Modifier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then 7.
7. Cairdoon is a very widely traveled and widely protected market. If there's syndicate presence here and a presence of the black market, it's not going to be as easy as surface level. So you don't find anything just wandering about the normal market.
Okay.
You do, however, spot some sewer grates that might lead somewhere if you have time to go down them.
No. Okay. Well, then I'm just scoping out still.
Sweet.
Nothing else.
All right, big boy. The golden retriever boy, what's going on?
Is there like a hot chocolate stand somewhere?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. There's probably some young, maybe 15-year-old dwarf with a squeaky voice and peach fuzz that he desperately calls a beard.
His little tiny braid.
Yeah, there's a little tiny braid of like 3 hairs, just enough
Hey.
to braid. and he is peddling chocolate from a stand. You can't even really call it a stand. It's one of those little boxes that you wear, and there's like little hot chocolate drinks, and he's crying out, "Hot chocolate!"
Does it look good?
Looks fantastic. It comes in a nice steel tankard, and there's like the tankard looks hot to the touch, and there's whipped cream and sprinkles and a little bit of chocolate powder on top.
Sprinkles?
Yeah, there's sprinkles.
Oh, man.
Freaking sprinkles.
How much?
But they don't have sugar.
1 iron.
Nice.
Raw
approach.
sugar is different from manufactured products.
I will approach the squeaker.
The squeaker is approached and is beginning to cower his 4-foot self. You are 5 feet above this guy. You're a whole dwarf taller than him.
You're a whole me.
He has to like break his neck to look at her.
He's like, ah.
Look at him.
What time of day is it?
I would say it's approaching evening at this point. The northern winds are starting to blow cold into this little. You're in a little pocket of the mountains. You're right in the middle of the mountain range, kind of more towards the dwarven side, but kind of middle. And this pocket creates a cyclone effect, and so every evening, especially during winter, which I'd say you're in kind of mid-spring, but it creates kind of a blizzard in this area every evening, so everything's always freshly covered with snow.
Good evening. I would like to purchase 5 tankards of your hot chocolate.
You hear like an audible gulp, like, and he he like grabs one of the tankards and burns his hands a little bit, and then he grabs him by the handles and begins to hand them to you. That'll be 3 iron pieces. He's got a little chalk drawn sign that says 2 for 1.
I will give him 4. As his tip for making the hot chocolate.
You gave me a tip? No one gives
No act
tips.
of good should go by unnoticed or unrewarded.
Okay.
Say, have you seen any ill individuals wandering the streets? Say those up to no good or of any evil intent?
No, mostly
A
just
fine young man like you looks to have quite the good eye for all sorts of people.
no. I was just selling hot chocolate for my mom. No shifty people.
Any adventurers of any kind or individuals like myself pass through these parts?
Nobody like you, sir. But I did see a dragon lady going the other way, and she's very insistent about some kind of black market, and I don't deal with any black market.
Shake his head with a soft smile.
Of course. Well, it's very good of you to not deal in such debauchery. Now, do hurry along home before it gets too dark. Do not want to catch cold or worry your poor mother.
Okay.
Like the tankards and
He starts kind of gangling backward. His platter now a little uneven from not fixing it himself. He's, just kind of living with his mistakes.
how big are the tankards to Constantine?
To you, the best visual descriptor that I can give you is Gandalf with the glass of wine in The Hobbit, Part 1. It's like it is a tiny little thing to you, but it would probably be a decent size to Una or Lysander.
Okay. I will carry them with me, and I will Are we meeting up somewhere? Like, did we all agree to? Hey, when you're done doing things, meet up here.
I don't know. Sure. Did you?
What do you think?
I would assume we would.
Hmm.
I feel like there's no way Constantine would let us split up without having a plan to get back together.
He keeps a close eye on any clock tower there is. And
Una will be late.
Mhm.
just out of spite, I'll be late.
just a second after you collect the hot chocolates and begin to wonder about your timing of reaching back, you hear a bell toll. It is about 4:00 p.m. at this point. The sun's beginning to wane, and the storm clouds rage harder against the mountain.
I'll stand outside of our meeting place and keep an eye out.
Let me see if I can get you your meeting place.
So holding the tankards. I do not drink mine yet.
Hmm.
I will not partake with that, my friends.
And you only have 2.
Okay. I think there's one person we haven't checked in with, Lysander.
That's me. I would surmise that he's perusing the stalls for alchemical ingredients.
Alrighty. So, perusing the stalls, you don't find any alchemical ingredients, but the dwarves there direct you towards a shop called Iron Root Remedies, run by a Thalgrin Iron Root. And it's a short walk. It's built into the walls of the city, and you venture in as a very, very dimly lit room. Kind of glows with these red crystals for lighting. And there doesn't seem to be any kind of torchlight in the room. In the back, you see a balding dwarf with heavy laden eyes and a perpetual streak of green herb stain on his fingers. He's wearing a leather apron filled with vials and constantly chews on dried leaves.
All right. Lysander would approach him and greet him and ask to see his wares.
Asking to see his wares, he pulls up what the usual lot of this, or any town for that matter, asks him to see, which are his potions. And so he sets a rack of potions up, and as he sets it down, he takes his first real look at you, and seeing the metallic arm to your side, he kind of politely pulls the potions back down and then just kind of gestures to his shop, and you can see that everywhere hung around is hanging plants and different little kind of makeshift greenhouses that are just tiny little, like maybe 4 by 2 foot sections with a little kind of arced tent that is keeping some rare ingredients ready. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I mean, he has most of like the basic stuff.
Yeah. He's got a couple
Okay.
rarer things.
What are some of the rare items, just upon look?
Ba, 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 ba. I have to find the list of ingredients that I gave you. It's so far up. I need to pin this when I find it.
Would you say that he has like Drake salts or black powder or
We'll say that he
Those are
definitely
kind of
has a good amount of black powder, because that he can store in just barrels. It's, you make it and it kind of just sits. But Drake salts are a little more difficult to come by. I'd say that he maybe has 1 or 2 pinches of Drake salts.
I've only got 10 iron pieces. How much is some black powder?
He'll sell you a decent, we'll say like 4 portions of black powder for an iron piece. You see that the prices are kind of based on what he has available, since he has tons and tons of black powder. I mean, the black powder is kind of a byproduct of some of the mining that happens in town, so he probably gets a really good deal on it and is able to sell it really cheap.
All right, you said 4 portions for an iron piece.
Yep.
All right, I'll get some of that. And then does he have some salamander ash?
Which one is the salamander ash?
I think it's just got kind of elemental fire properties to it.
I would say that he has a small barrel of it. It'd probably be 1 iron piece per portion for that.
All right, get 2 of those.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I think he would just buy just some of those small things and then put down the money on the counter, bid him farewell. Yeah, I think if we're gonna meet up if we're all gonna meet up at some place, Lysander would probably try to make it there on time.
Okay. Very easily done. You're at a you're nearly there as you step out of the alchemist's hut. It's a few feet away, and he's you can see Constantine is standing outside with what appears to be some metallic objects in his hand.
Now there's only 4.
It started off with 5, and now there's only 4.
Mhm.
Oh, what did you end up picking out?
Only the finest hot chocolate in the city. Would you care for a tankard?
Hot chocolate. I don't think I've had that since I was a kid.
It does bring back some sort of nostalgia.
I'll hand him one.
Is it still piping hot?
It is. When it sets in your hand, you can feel it begin to cool as it sets in your hand, and you feel a tingling sensation that you are all too familiar with when embracing magical objects.
It starts to cool.
Yeah. A little bit. Just like you
Okay.
can tell that it's not as radiant and hot as it used to be.
Hmm.
Looking
Yeah,
towards
you
the
can-
bottom of the cup, there's a small rune that seems to be holding some kind of heating enchantment on it, and it starts to flicker as you hold it.
Well, I should probably drink this quick before it cools off. So he drinks it.
It's warm, lovely, very dark, rich chocolate.
Look back at the clock tower.
It's 5 minutes past when you were supposed to meet up. You and Lysander have been talking about nonsense and meaningless side talk for as long as you possibly can, and going on 5 minutes, that's quite a lot of.
You're trying not to
Nice.
fall asleep with
Nice weather
alchemical.
we're having.
Yeah, nice weather.
Nice weather we're having, at least for the moment.
Isn't it like kind of blizzardy?
It's starting to blizzard a little bit, yeah.
Constantine, I don't think this is what constitutes as nice weather.
Well, it was nicer the first time I said it about 3 minutes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Did you want to set those cups down? You're just kind of standing there awkwardly with them.
The door behind you blows open due to the wind, and a rush of heat runs past both of you, giving you a small shiver and a longing to be inside the tavern. You look back at the very dumb-looking tavern sign of a anvil with a nightcap on a pillow with a blanket over it. The name of it, the Anvil's Rest, hanging below it, nestled kind of within the walls of Caradun.
they're not very punctual, are they?
No, but
Nor they
I do know
nor
that.
do not respect the concept of time. Or perhaps
True.
something horrid has happened. You don't
I mean,
think so?
didn't she? What did she even go out looking for, Una? Did she even mention anything?
No.
Hmm.
Take these. I'm gonna shove the tankards in his hand.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
gonna go storm and try to find her. All of a sudden, concerned.
I'd like
no.
both of you, Lyra and Una, to roll a cunning check to see which one of you gets back to the tavern right as Constantine storms away.
You said it cunning.
Yep. And then Josh, how many portions of alchemical ingredients did you get?
I got 2 salamander ash and 4 black powder
Thank you.
that I bought just now.
Gosh, you. You're a turd.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready.
Mm-hmm. I got a 17.
I got a natural 20 for a 23.
Oh.
Oh damn! What's that
So-
20?
First nat 20, which means
Drop a coin in there, boy.
A
Give us
coin.
that coin.
Josh, have
Bro.
you learned about the coins?
I think we did go over it.
Okay. One coin can be turned in for advantage. Anything over
Yeah.
3 coins becomes a plus bonus. to the roll. If you're late to calling the coin usage, like you've already rolled your thing, it is you get to use 1 coin. Right, players have 6 coins.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
It's a pot, right? We all share.
Yeah, we all
Yes.
share.
And it
Okay.
is shared between games. So I very highly recommend that you use them here, because if you don't use them here, they may be used in the other game. Okay. Right as Constantine gets about 10-15 feet away from the tavern and is far enough that the blizzard is roaring enough that no shout called out to him is going to veil his ears, Una, snickering, comes out from around the corner where she was just waiting.
Now, where's he going?
He went to look for you. Lysander's kind of shivering.
Did he?
Yeah, he bought you a hot chocolate too. he hands you a hot chocolate, but it's cold now.
Well, it's not very hot.
As soon as it leaves Lysander's fingertips, the rune and it
Oh,
begins to warm slowly.
she just eyes. I guess you can't see, but her eyes are flicking between. Have they noticed this whole thing with him and magic just not?
It's been a weird circumstance. Sometimes when magic interacts very strangely with Lysander, oftentimes magic just doesn't interact at all with Lysander.
Well, that's it's unfortunate that he decided to leave with you shivering here in the cold. Do you want to go inside?
I do, but we should probably go get him. Or, I can.
Oh, he'll be fine. You are shivering. You are going to catch your death. And believe me, you don't want to do that.
Okay, so where's Lyra?
Oh, I don't know. I can sit out here. I'm not cold. Go sit by the fire. I'll hold that. Take the other hot chocolate. Go, go, go. Read your book.
Are you up to something?
Me? What would I be up to? She's gonna kick him in the shin. Go inside.
Ow. Fine. I'll see you guys in there. Don't be long.
I won't. They may die out there, and if they don't come back, I don't feel like doing that again.
Fine. See ya. He goes in.
Lyra,
She's just smiling at him. All he sees is like black crow mask and a smile, just a crooked smile on her face.
little Cheshire
Lysander.
smile.
Yeah, Cheshire cat. Yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
Lyra, the storm is really beginning to pick up, and before you know it, people are like slamming down little brackets and boards that boarding up their homes and shops, and you're left kind of in the middle of a marketplace with nothing and no one and no direction as the storm picks up to a point where you can't see 5 feet in front of you. When all of a sudden you are stricken from behind by a massive moving object that is yielding for nothing, as Constantine, you kind of bulldoze Lyra for just a moment.
Do I see her?
You see her now. The thing is like she's 6 foot and you're 3 feet above that, So
Oh.
she's almost, what's funny is she's almost outside of your range of vision downward because of the blizzard. You just barely
man.
kind of see your head as you clobber into her.
Well, at least I found one of you.
My gods!
Are you all right?
I was
Oh, you
until
are.
you plowed into me.
Well, you have my deepest apologies. I did not see you amidst the snow. It would be best for you to return to the tavern. I have hot chocolate waiting for you.
All right, Mountain Man, let's go.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I will grab my cape and I'll fling it like over her shoulders and kind of hug her to me so I don't like lose her.
This thing is like a tapestry rug. Like in weight
Nice and
and
cozy.
size. It is like you went from like full wind exposure, which, you know, you put on a brave face and you put on like, you know, big strides, but it's freaking cold, to almost no wind chill at all. It's like completely blocking out wind. Just a reminder of how ridiculously big and stupid strong Constantine is.
I feel like I could just, like, you know, those little kids when, like, they do their dance with their dad and they're like 2 or 3 and they're just on their feet. I feel like I could get away with that for transport here.
Yep, probably.
We can
Just-
use this cape as a tent.
There you go.
Boom.
That is my 2-person tent. It is my cape.
Never
It only fits
for
in.
normal people. It only fits me. I will escort her back to the tavern to drop her off
Um,
so I
It-
can go back out again.
it may be
If-
difficult for Constantine to see out, but it is not difficult to see Constantine because even in this blizzarding storm, the candles that rest on his shoulder plates not only are aflame, but the flames don't move. They don't blow against the wind. They are steadfast. They don't waver. As his candles and the flames behind them are powered by his faith. And he just keeps it's almost like hearing a robot march, the clanging of his boots against the cobbled stone. And slowly but surely you get to the tavern and, you know, but by the time you reach there, you can't see a foot in front of you. But the hearth of the tavern glows this bright color against the door, and there's a silhouette of a small 5'11" creature hanging outside the tavern. 5'7". You want to be smaller? That's fine. Holding what is now 1 mug.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are.
I started to worry that I was not going to find you.
Well, I've been here waiting for you.
I went
So-
out looking for you.
Well, that seems strange. Lysander said that you hadn't shown up. He said that he got us hot chocolate.
Your humor still astounds me to this day, Una.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your jesting lightens my heart even more. Let us go inside and warm ourselves by the fire.
I
Lyra, she is holding her own. She is holding your hot chocolate.
I grab Lyra. He's just crazy. I give her the hot chocolate and usher her in. That's not at all what Lysander said.
Well, Una.
He'll kind of
always
scoot them in like little children.
Go on inside.
And he's already inside waiting for us. He didn't want to wait out here for us at all.
As
Makes
you
a woman stand in the cold.
Yes, he handed me the hot chocolate and then went inside.
Should have kicked him in the shin.
I did.
No, wait, come back. Leave me out here in the cold.
Walking inside the tavern, the air here is thick with the scent of roasted meats, pipe smoke, and spilled ale. The rumble of dwarven laughter and the occasional clang of tankard against a table echo through the stone walls. A massive hearth burns in the center, its flames flickering against iron-wrought chandeliers and thick wooden beams. There are plenty of seats. More than enough, and by dwarven make, plenty large enough for your group.
Oh, the
Sit.
warmth is much better than the blizzard outside.
Shake off like this huge pile of snow off his cape. He'll do it outside the door and click his boots and then come inside.
Are there seats by the fire?
Yes, plenty.
Una will go and sit in one, and she'll be on it, like legs over the arm and just lounging on the other arm.
Okay. The seats themselves are, you would expect them to be cold stone, but because of the warm hearth, they are hot. Almost unbearably so, but kind of cool as you sit in them.
Lyra sits at the closest one to the fire and then puts her feet in the fire.
Ah, perfect.
Toasty.
This is what I needed.
Now, have we been staying at this tavern?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, trying to find music. It's not good.
All of a sudden, orcs attack.
No,
know.
we're going back. We're just gonna go back. It's fine. Music's fine. Okay. So, as you sit by the fire, and all of you kind of gather around where you can, close to one another, you've noticed that basically all of the seats are around the fire. With the hearth fire being in the center, it's very easy to arrange the seats where everyone is warm. And this is done with some intention, being as that the usually blizzards. Before you can even order, one tankard of ale is brought for each of you and a bowl of hot stew with some sliced cured meats, small blocks of cheese, and some bread. And as the as Olgrid Stonehand, a stout, broad dwarf with deep auburn hair braided tightly with gold rings. His left hand is made of carved stone, a prosthetic etched with dwarven runes. Slams down your food on this massive tray before all of you and this big round table. He kind of lets out, "There you go. That's the last of the meals provided by the light bearers. Everything else is on your tab." And then he kind of politely gestures and then goes to kicking some old man off of a stool and telling him to get out, you old drunk.
Much appreciated, Olgie. She'll mutter under her breath.
Olgie.
Mm-hmm.
Are you even gonna eat it?
He blushes
She'll pick out the meats.
and
Lysander would
Cyrus.
have thanked him as well.
Lyra would have just started eating.
Give him a nod and then pick up the bowl in one hand and just
Gonna drink the
Vomit.
contents.
drinks it.
It's very filling.
Nice.
Not needing the to support the caloric intake of your massive stature with food alone. It's fairly filling.
You can see him eating Una's leftovers.
Probably.
And about the table, I think the only one who is probably eating with utensils is Lysander.
Yep.
Probably.
I'm eating for efficiency.
It'd take forever to eat with a spoon. And...
Double portions have
Yep.
been brought out for Lyra, as it's been known as if it's known through this tavern that Lyra eats.
Gotta keep the muscles big.
And I think as we are sitting here in the tavern, we're gonna take a quick break because I need some coffee, and we can take a little bathroom break at the same time.
Video.
Wait.
Let's do it.
Josh has no idea.
All right. Amidst the rustling and bustling of the tavern, it begins to slowly die down. Your group has filled themselves with all manner of food and the one tankard of ale that was supplied to you without cost. Is anybody ordering any extra drinks, or are you leaving it at a night?
Una is not drinking the ale.
Yeah, I was just gonna go to bed.
Whoever wants her ale can have it.
I will drink your ale though.
Lyra
I'll
like
say good night.
stands up, walks past Una, sees the drink, throws it back, and then just goes to bed.
Yep, exactly that.
This is a sleep aid, right? That's how this works?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a common
This is
routine.
something she's been doing since we got here.
Mm-hmm.
Or really anytime we're in a tavern
Just
where we're
a-
provided with ale.
It's just a nightcap. Help
Yeah.
you sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Nightcap number 2.
It's
Alrighty.
naturalistic. I think Lysander would probably break out his alembic and other alchemical tools and kind of brew some stuff before bed.
Okay, sounds good. What are we doing?
I have some vials of oh my goodness, can't read tonight.
Aquavita?
Aquavitae. Aquavita. And I have some bloodroot too, so I'm just gonna make some basic potions. I think health potions.
Okay. So I think that's a D20 roll, correct? Plus your arcane.
I think that's how we did it. Yeah. That'd be a 12.
So that's. I think doesn't that barely pass? Or just like a standard? I cannot find any of the rules that I sent to you. So if you have access to those, if
I
you could
see.
repost them in the chat, that would be fantastic. Just in like our personal chat.
Yeah. Let me find it. Let's see. It was a Trace liquid, primary reagent, alchemy, intelligence, 10 plus, potions successfully brewed, 10 plus, 15 plus, enhanced effect.
Yes. So, you how many potions are you brewing?
Just 2 health potions.
Okay. I would say for that roll, you brew those 2 potions rather easily. So those are going to be regular elixirs of healing. They're going to be 2d4 plus 2. Or if taken as an action, it'll be the full 10 healing.
Okay.
Awesome.
Two D10 plus 2.
I'm sorry, 2d4 plus 2.
2D4. Okay, I was gonna say like 2D10. Wow, that's great.
Okay. You all begin to drift into your different slumbers. Are you guys bunking up in different rooms, or you do all different rooms? Y'all got one room, dog pile.
Do they provide all the rooms we need, or do they like how much would they provide?
They would provide whatever you request. Whatever you initially requested. So it'd be kind of about what you initially requested.
What am I allowed to have, Constantine? Am I allowed privacy?
Depends on how good you've been.
Oh.
Wow, I mean,
Calm
she's
down, Hannah,
probably never
jeez.
good.
Well, in that case, I was never good.
Well, she probably wouldn't be. She'd be a little brat all the time.
Oh, brat summer.
I'd say he would say one room and have you stay in the room with him, but it'd be like separate beds, and he would put up a curtain between the 2 beds. You know, a lady needs privacy no matter what. And
They just use escape.
exactly, just hangs up his cape. There we go. Nice.
The tapestry.
Oh my gosh.
The shimmering gold tapestry.
Constantine, you look down on your last night in the only bed that has ever fit you. The beds here are massive. To any one of you, besides Constantine, they are lavish California king-size beds. They nearly fill a room of a standard inn. But for Constantine, this is like a nice twin bed. Just enough room for from his head to his toes. Why am I imagining Constantine in a very large set of like striped PJs with a little nightcap with a little
Nightcap.
fuzzy ball on the end?
Because he's so
Look
pure.
like Gronk from
He's
Memphis
so
New
pure.
Groove or something.
Yes, exactly.
He probably has some comfies. I mean, when, you know, he'd be an open vest is what he wears, but he wears, you know, kind of lounge pants. But he probably would have a nightcap.
Perfect. Alrighty. As you bed down for the night, different dreams and visions come to you and go. Soon forgotten after your eyes flitter back open. It's a bright, brand new day. And Constantine, first thing in the morning, 6 a.m., you hear a gong, 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 gong on your door.
I open it.
You see a stout dwarf and at the door. He is dressed in full leather dwarven armor with a battle axe and a large crossbow at his back. He seems strapped for war. He's got two bolt cases on his sides, and a rather large, broad dagger on his back, on kind of like the back of his waist. And as you kind of look down at him through your bleary eyes,
Oh no, I've been awake doing my
Oh.
meditations and my prayer. I'm dressed in my under armor right now. I've been up since like 4.
He peeks through the room. The name's Harvek. I'm bid to So you're the dawnsman I've been told to find. High and mighty Eldric's got words for you. Important ones. And before you ask, I read it. He holds out a little letter. You think I'd carry a message through goblin-infested tunnels and blistering mountain winds without knowing what's inside? He kind of shoves the letter into your chest.
He has to reach up real high.
He jumps a little.
He does a
He has
little
a
hop.
special. We'll take it.
Okay, now pardon me while I look for the letter.
There's definitely been thrown on constant bed.
Mess up my bed. What the heck?
It's not his bed anymore.
That's true.
No, that
Come
was
on, I
before
just
they went
fixed
to
and
sleep.
ironed those sheets, man. Come on.
That's as she was getting ready for bed. She just got
Uh,
tossed.
oh gosh, it's so far up. Hold on, I'm sorry. I've got my notes all kind of mixed in.
You have
What in the
resumed
world?
recording, correct?
Huh? Yeah. Yes. Recording is resumed.
Cool. To make sure you didn't say resume, so I was making sure.
Good lord,
get
where
that?
is it? Okay, hold on.
We're having a staring contest
I
right
have
now.
this in one too many
Really awkward
spots.
silence.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna start making commentary to Una. Kind of weird that he's just standing there.
Does often. He just stands there.
Do you think
Okay.
he has any thoughts going on?
I had
He's
to
trying to imagine
copy
he's a
paste
statue.
this and send it to Mandy
He's a-
because I literally can't get it to paste anywhere else. So how it reads is official orders from High Dawnsman Eldric Valtorian. Delivered in a sealed scroll bearing the sigil of Ulveraz, a sunburst crossed by a sword in flame. To Dawnsman Constantine, keeper of the censer of ascendance, servant of the eternal light. The undead plague spreads, unchecked and unrelenting. Reports from Redwater paint a grim picture. Entire villages have been swallowed by the dead. Refugees pour in from the surrounding countryside, and fear festers in the hearts of the people. The light bearers hold their ground, but they are few, and the city stands on the precipice of ruin. You are to travel there at once. You will report to Dawnsman Captain Alric Thorn, commander of our forces in Redwater. He will brief you on the situation. You are authorized to take whatever measures necessary to strengthen the Dawnsman hold, purge the corruption where you find it, and restore order to the city. The faithful are shaken. The people whisper of ill omens, of a curse upon the land, of a darkness that does not sleep. Yet the will of Ulveraz is not so easily undone. You are a Dawnsman, his light made manifest, his will given form. Burn brightly, Dawnsman, for the night is long and the shadows only grow deeper. Signed, High Dawnsman Eldric Valtorin, Temple of the Radiant Vigil, Vertaven. About the time that you get done reading the letter, you hear the dwarf kind of perk up again. Redwater, eh? You've got your work cut out for you. City's half dead, and the other half pretending they don't see what rot spreading under their feet. The The Dawnsmen there need someone like with a spine. And looks like they're hoping that's you. I'll tell you this, lad. If Valtoris has got his claws in that city, you're walking into a forge fire. Best keep your wits about you. And if you make it back in one piece, I'll have a keg waiting for you in Cairdoon. Now take your dang letter and get moving. The dead don't wait. He starts marching down the stairs. He's loud enough to wake all of you in your separate rooms.
I wish you would let the dead sleep.
Except for Lyra, of course, who is still passed out, I imagine, kind of falling out of the bed with the sheets everywhere.
She's softly growling in her sleep.
The sheets are torn to pieces. Like she was kneading the bed in the night.
It's like a nest.
Yeah. There's feathers everywhere.
Pull the letter and put it in the pocket.
Sleeping on our coin purse.
My Under Armour, and then I'll go in and
For 5 pieces.
yeah, nudge Una awake.
I'm already awake. He spoke loud enough to wake the whole damn tavern.
As you say that,
As
you hear
always, my lady, you are a ray of sunshine in the morning.
Stop it.
Quit
I am
yelling!
loving your coat.
I'm trying to sleep.
Is
Your
that
cloak is ironed
Augie?
and your mask is polished. It would be best if you get up and dress as quickly as possible.
You don't have to do that.
Why not? A soldier must always look their finest, no matter what the occasion. And it seems we have quite the work cut out for us.
We always do.
'Tis the duty of good.
Yes,
Now.
yes.
Let us hurry. We get breakfast. I will awaken the others.
I'll finish donning my armor with the mantle of candles clicking into place after he puts his armor on.
Do you mind clicking the last buckle on my back? I always have trouble reaching it.
After they adjusted it for me, he'll like squat down.
It's
This
like
become routine.
it's like a freaking it's like a what are those buckles? It's like a saddle buckle. It's
Outrageous.
This is just. You're as big as a horse.
it's got like one foot on his back and pulling the buckle.
Like it's a corset trying to
Yeah.
tighten it.
It's too early for this, Constantine.
Too early. It feels too late for me.
No one can wake up as early as you. And
I awaken where the dawn awakens.
I'd rather be awake in the night.
Very dreary life, but I
That's-
do understand what you say.
Just go wake the others, I'll be out.
I will meet you downstairs with a hot meal ready for you.
She's not a waiting person.
Take the cape down, and then you'll knock on Lysander's
She'll go
door
lay
and-
back down in bed.
He has like an extra key to Lyra's room because he knows that she's a dead sleeper, and he'll go in and kind of nudge her awake too.
You creak
Lyra
open
Pick
the
her
door.
up off-
There's
her up
furniture
in bed.
everywhere. The sheets are torn to pieces, and there are little feathers kind of scattered throughout the room. As she is just like face first into the ground, snoring.
Yep. Yep.
As the door opens, her leg kind of twitches and kicks.
Set the furniture back up.
Lady Lyra, it is morning time. We haven't a moment more to lose. We must be on the road.
The audio didn't pick up, but I could see you hissing.
Yeah, he's hissing at
She awakens much like a
Not
scared
some
cat.
Feral animals.
Lady Lyra.
As
You
pleasant
poor
as
guy.
always in the morning.
What a lady.
Milady.
Oh my gosh.
Our golden retriever boy.
That's funny.
As
Poor
pleasant
boys.
as always.
You open up the curtains.
It's a
She's
good
like,
thing
"Oh."
he didn't do that to.
Oh, it's just you.
Oh, yes, it is just me.
Still get out.
I know it is early in the morning, but we do have a very early start to our travels. I
No.
will go awaken Lysander. Do meet us downstairs. I will make
No.
sure breakfast is ready.
No. No.
If I say please, will that change your mind?
I'll ponder it.
Very good.
And that has been the best bargaining exchange between you two that you think you've ever encountered, and you feel that she might be warming up to you at this point.
The glow kind of a little bit more around him. And then he'll go knock on Lysander's door.
She winks at your glow.
Lysander, you are just barely holding the drop of a very bright blue glowing drop of liquid above a bottle as the door toot, 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 and it drops into the bottle and you're like,
Don't move.
it bubbles and furls and fizzles and then just kind of calms back down and stabilizes.
Just a minute.
I don't know why I imagined him saying just a minute. He's doing this all in his boxers.
Yeah.
I was
totally.
Yeah.
And a nightcap.
Just a minute. Nothing but a
Just a
nightcap,
minute.
really.
Oh.
I think Constantine goes and wakes everybody up. Una would have just barged right in.
Nothing I have not seen before.
You've seen man's butt now. Yeah. Yeah, he I don't think he would be wearing just his underwear, but
Popped in my head, I had to say
if you want to think that,
Nah,
that's
I gotta
fine.
draw his comic. I gotta draw a little goofy cartoon of that now.
Yep. Yeah, he gets dressed, I guess. and
Yes.
puts on his
It's canon. It's
his
canon.
robe
You hear
and
that? It's
everything.
canon.
But he packs up all of his stuff and then he has like a little bandolier of kind of like flasks, and so he puts them in there and then throws his robe on and then he walks out the door. Yes, Constantine.
Unfortunately, my friend, our travels take us to Redwater.
Redwater.
Oh yes, I has received a letter saying that it is in dire need of our help.
Well, great. Let's go.
Finally, some enthusiasm in the morning. I've told the ladies to meet us downstairs. We should order breakfast for them. They will need it. And some coffee. They drink coffee, correct?
Perfect. Oh, and while I have you here, and he pulls out 2 flasks of 2 health potions. And he's like, "Here, for you."
Oh, thank you. I was running low after our last. Never mind.
He has like a little pouch on his hip that he'll open up and slide them in. He have like little tiny slots. And he'll go downstairs and get some breakfast ordered.
Lyra prefers tea.
Dwarves don't make tea. That's that
Criminal.
elvish crap, isn't it?
We don't eat
I hate
leaves.
herbs.
We get our tea from the ground.
There's mushroom tea.
Oh.
We don't talk about the mushroom tea in public. That's for fun time.
Hey.
You know, Lyra, actually, I do have some salamander ash. If you would like to try some of that as a tea, I could whip you up some. Might be a little spicy, though.
Feels a bit too much like eating a cousin for me, so I'll pass.
It's not actually salamander.
What is it then?
No, it is.
Oh, it is?
There are
Coffee.
little elemental salamanders, and you cut their tails off. And when you cut a fire salamander's tail off, it turns to ash, and that's where the powder comes
Oh.
from.
Well, shows what I know.
Barbaric.
The salamander.
Yeah, I'm
There was
taking a
something-
more direct approach.
Okay.
This is literally from a salamander, okay?
No, this isn't some weird like plant name. No, that's Eye of Newt. No, that's an Eye of Newt.
I have
A newt eyeball.
No, it's just a plant that looks like it.
That's what we just tell the children to not traumatize them, okay?
There is another ingredient that's kind of a fire-related one, but I can't remember what
There's
the
Drake
thing is.
Fire salt.
Drake salts.
Drake salts. Yes, that is an actual mineral.
Yeah, I don't think it would have the. I mean, yeah, if you want it, I have some actually. Or I have ironwood bark. I'm sure that would make a nice earthy, earthy tea.
Yes, but do you know how to make a proper tea?
He just laughs at you. Do I know how to make tea? Of course I know how to make tea.
She doesn't quite know if she believes you.
Mixing ingredients is my life.
What?
He rolls
what
his
a-
eyes.
What?
I will whip you up the best ironwood bark tea that you have ever tasted.
What a insult to look at the alchemist and ask if he can't
I
make
know.
tea.
I
Tea
know.
is its own art. You can't just say you know adjacent knowledge and claim you know how to make tea.
No, I guess not.
That's
So
weird.
is that a challenge?
Indeed.
You're on. Whips out
Alright.
his stuff, goes downstairs to the fire.
Please roll a arcane check, I suppose is what we would use
Alright.
for this.
Yep.
Because I'm assuming you're using like your alembic and stuff to make tea.
27.
It's the best dang tea you've ever tasted in your life.
I rolled a 19 plus 8.
Oh my gosh.
Right back to the cup.
And what say you now?
You must make all my tea from now on.
I'd be happy to.
Good. We have an
Breakfast
understanding.
is served, paid for by a very gruff dwarf in leather armor. Said that he was brought with enough money to pay himself and pay for your breakfast and pay for a hearty one because the council knows that it's going to be a long journey without cooked food. The pass through the mountains, you can't light fires in the tunnels. There's it is too close of a chamber. You will smoke yourself out. So, a large platter of breakfast, much to Olgrim's chagrin, as he is to make a huge breakfast in bright and early in the morning. But nonetheless, you are being treated like nobles, like kings. Your feast is before you.
When Una finally comes down, she'll go over, give him a kiss on the cheek, and just say, "Thank you, Ogi."
Okay.
Pats him on the head.
His balding head is kind of fuzzy. However, Una, as you are sitting there, you feel a dryness in your throat. Your throat's almost sore, like waking up sick. And you catch a whiff of something. And in the pocket of the dwarf in leather armor, and there's a pouch on his back, and your eyes almost flick for a moment. And you can see into the pouch is 6 vials, neatly stored, of fresh crimson. And the dwarf turns around to witness the full group, and he looks at you specifically and goes, "You are the wee beastie, aren't you?"
She's like kind of in like a stance, like she's about to pounce. And she's breathing heavy.
He slips into one of the leather pouch and pulls out one of the vials and tosses it to you.
Snatch it out of the air.
In your mouth.
She's not a dog.
He picks the leather pouch up and hands it to Constantine. 6 days rations from the council. Please be careful. Those vials are enchanted to keep it from coagulating. You know, and he gets right up in your face, Una, studying you. I've never seen one of your type. Up close, not from yards away. And he kind of pats the crossbow.
She has already drank the vial, and she's like big, like kind of burying her teeth, kind of trying to not be aggressive. She's trying to rein it in, but she's got like blood all in her teeth.
Lyra supports her by putting her hand on his shoulder and squeezing painfully hard.
Without fear, he grabs your chin in kind of like a way that a person at a stables would inspect a horse, and just kind of looks at your teeth. And then he kind of checks out the ears a little bit, and then he gives you 2 pats on the cheek. Welcome to the order.
She's gonna flick his nose. And then she stands up and turns her back on him.
Welcome to the order. You're one of the good ones now. I just had to get a look at you. Yeah, the other ones, when I dispatch of them, they turn to ash in a matter of minutes. You don't really get close enough to see them. It's very interesting.
She has flopped into a chair and is stuffing her face.
And at the same moment that he compliments you, he turns to Constantine and goes, "And you're an idiot for making this whole arrangement. What are you thinking? She's a vampire." Sorry. And he goes and sits down. And Olgrim kind of like, huh? And then goes, it goes back to like serving the food. You see the expression of, well, at this point in my life, it doesn't matter where I get it from.
Constantine will let go of the handle of his flail. And he'll attach the blood pouch to a special clip on his belt. That is reserved for only the blood vials.
All right.
And it kind of tucks behind him.
Harvick, a very odd personality. You gather maybe he's a little odd this way because he spends months and months alone on the road, and when he gets an opportunity to speak with people, he's kind of like one of those socially awkward people that are just kind of way too much in your business and don't really have social boundaries because they're so far removed from societal norms that they just kind of weird. But he sits down and he stops the pestering, and however, he is looking Lyra up and down like, "What the heck are you?" There are not very many Drekviri in these parts.
What the heck?
Just ignores him.
How many people are in the tavern at this time?
Not. There's nobody. It's Harvick and you guys.
Okay, then she's not wearing her helm or her mask.
Okay.
Her half helm.
As you down the vial, the ears kind of painfully retract down to their normal kind of elfish look. The snout kind of relaxes down into a more nose point, never really going fully down, but she'll still kind of has the little bat upturn a little bit.
A little toot.
Yeah.
Pieces going.
Your eyes return to their normal type, but not normal color. You forever have the red eyes. You feel energized, upbeat. You feel happy.
Yeah.
Lysander's taking notes.
She normally she's not like stuffing her face in the morning, but 100% she is stuffing her face right now.
Everything, it's such an odd sensation when you have the blood and food, all food tastes wonderful. All of the good is magnified. You've taken a little bit of ecstasy. Is essentially what that means.
Anybody seen Pride and Prejudice, the like show? She's pulling a Mr. Collins right now with a little bit of growling.
Oh no.
Only a little bit, just a little bit.
A bit.
Not enough to be disgusting like him, but she's appreciating her food.
Mr. Collins.
She's gonna be a little less bratty today.
Oh, that's
She's
good.
giving me Astorian vibes, though.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You've had your fill of drink and food, and now all that's left for you is the journey. It is at this point, because you are going outside of city walls and encounters can be had, we're going to roll our ready check for the beginning part of this session that could potentially have some combat in it. Ready check is going to be your AD20 plus your cunning modifier, and it's rolled at the top of the session, and I'll record it so that we can...
He'll ask what number is going down the list. Or
Yes,
since
I
there's
will.
some
I will
stuff.
ask for everybody's numbers going down the list here.
Ooh.
And then if combat ever happens, that is your permanent place in combat for this session. As a reminder, coins are a thing. If you think that maybe you would do better to have a higher position in the initiative due to how your class functions, you are more than welcome to use a coin. If you feel like you would like a lower position in the turn order, I don't have anything wrong with you giving yourself disadvantage for free. Okay,
For free?
for free.
For free?
Hey.
Wow.
25 to 20. Oh boy. 20 to 15. Oh boy.
Wait,
Oh no.
wait, am I adding my initiative number on to...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yes, I'm at 16.
Okay. So we have a 16 for Lyra. 15 to 10.
13.
14.
Okay, we have 14 for Constantine. And 13 for Una. That leaves Josh at
6.
Mm.
Real rough.
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay. So many things, so many switching around.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Ah.
Yoy.
I'm scrolling, not doing weird actions. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
that looks funny.
Bells over there.
That looked really funny. I was gonna point it out.
And
It
you
looked
can
like
get
you
out
said
of time.
something.
What you doing over there, Joe?
Is that badges over there?
Badges.
Badges?
No, see, we have to say badges, and we just know what it means.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Badges.
Okay.
He didn't deny it.
I never will. As the great stone gates of Caradun groan open behind you, the crisp mountain air fills your lungs. The road ahead winds downward through towering cliffs of gray rock cut into the mountainside by dwarven engineers long ago. The road is smooth here, worn by centuries of trade, yet quiet now. Few caravans have passed this way recently, and even the distant sound of hammering from Caradun's forges fades as you travel deeper into the wilds. Okay, I need somebody to roll a d20, please.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
Mandy volunteers as tribute.
5.
Can I roll instead?
I don't like the way he's reacting.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
The gates
17
squish
heartbeats
you
come up
guys
and
as
eat
they
us.
close.
I need you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Oh, no.
We're apt.
I just need you to roll out of the way as a boulder comes careening down the hill.
10.
10?
How many boulders? Is that 10 boulders?
10 boulders, yeah. Roll 10 times.
Dang.
You don't have enough stamina.
Oh man, I'm
Man.
too big.
That's unfortunate.
Uh-huh.
I'm too big of a boy. Can't jump out of the way of some boulders.
Boulders hits you and explodes. You're just still standing there.
You can call me Superman.
All right. As you make your way into the wilderness of the surrounding wilds of Caradun, making your way down the mountain towards human territories, you spot maybe 200 feet down the road, not very long at all. You spot a cloaked individual who seems to be walking back and forth and crying for help.
Mm-mm.
Something strikes you as odd. All of you roll a logic check.
Again.
15.
7.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got a 4.
Oh.
At a natural 20.
Oh.
Hell
The
yeah.
queen.
Girl saving us.
Coins.
You can see everything
This
in your
dice,
happy.
man. I know.
Lots of
I'm just so, you know, I needed my fix.
My coins flew everywhere.
Dropped your money, bro.
I dropped my
Get
monies.
that money.
My money.
Look at that mysterious man who I know everything about already.
I smell pennies. Okay, so Constantine, you begin to pick up on it, but Una has already taken a quick action. Una, you will not be surprised. Everyone else will go through a surprise round.
Oh no.
Let's just adjust the
Music.
Believe that's what he had meant.
you hear this moanful help, help, and it crags down into this. And as you draw a little closer, the entity's hood turns to face you in this unnatural way, looking past the shoulder. From the robe sprouts 6 arms and 3 legs. As these 3 legs, this gnarled face with 2 additional faces kind of breaching out of the sides in this malformed, disgusting, necrotic creature, hisses this growling out at you. Phlegm and spit flying out of its mouth in coagulated bits. The legs begin to gallop towards you in this awkward 3 legs running fashion as the body seems to sway a little awkwardly. I don't need you to roll anything because we got your ready checks beforehand.
Ew. I don't like that.
I'm gonna
I need
roll.
you to sit tightly.
No, thank you. That's illegal.
Yes.
That's illegal. As soon as I get the HP written down here, I'm gonna change the music.
I would have probably blood bonded with Lyra this morning.
Okay.
Hey.
Solidarity against what's his face.
Remind me the perks of blood bonded.
So anytime that she uses her motes of blood, whether it's for an attack or healing, you get half of that as healing. Damage rolled or the half the healing given to someone else.
You can also hold extra motes for me.
Ah.
Blood bank.
Hey.
Music's still all like, Let's get some.
Okay, did you say half healing and half damage, or just half healing?
Half healing from whatever damage or healing I do using blood motes. So if I do damage to someone, you get half of that in here.
Okay.
But I'll let you know when I'm using a mote.
So the creature did roll a higher cunning check than you did for the daily, so you're not surprised. So the round doesn't skip you. However, it is going to go first. And Constantine being the biggest target. Well, actually, Constantine would be the biggest target, but I don't know if he'd be marching in the front. Where would Constantine be? Would he be in the back? She's away from keyboard right now. Mandy's nervous, so she needs chalky munchies.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me!
What?
And she's gone.
Okay.
She's running. I love how the camera captured her running all the way back.
Just a little bit.
Looked like she was getting
Look
smaller
at her
and
run.
smaller.
Look at her running.
Would Constantine be in the back or in the front?
I mean, Constantine, he's big, so I would have been in the front. So if something did attack, it would have attacked me first.
Okay. Where would
And I could sniff out.
where would
things
Lyra
better.
be?
Probably be bringing up the rear because you guys look
Bringing up the
soft.
rear. Okay, so the entity runs up to Constantine, and it wails 3 of its arms on you, as well as producing a bit of spittle.
Ew.
Ew.
So that is, I need you to roll a dodge roll against his attacks. So that is going to be a 12 for the first one,
19.
another 12,
23.
and a 5.
17.
Yeah. So
This is-
all of the hands start beating on you, and this creature is 7 feet tall. And as the robe kind of pulls off a little bit, you can see that the one head spurts up, kind of semi-straight, but the torso kind of like angles sideways, and the other head is coming out from the armpit of the first torso, and it looks like these are sutured together in this very disgusting, odd pattern. There's one arm that kind of comes right out of the middle of the chest, and as the spit,
This guy.
as the spit lurches out towards you, I need you to make a fortitude physical resistance check.
21.
21 definitely saves. You do take half damage, which is going to be 6 points of necrotic damage.
That's it halved?
That's it halved.
That's half of my health.
Jeez.
You do
God.
take
Look at
you do take 3 points of that, and you can put that in your ardent armory.
Yes.
So you take the full damage, but you get to store 3 of those points. Next up is Una, because it skips everybody else for the surprise round. Una, what's your response to this
okay.
creature running up and slapping and spitting?
Slapping and spitting.
Man.
I'd probably be following pretty close behind Constantine, having as much energy as I do. So would you say I would have to move to get next to it, or is it like, would I just swing at it?
I mean, if you're wanting to get up into melee range, I would say maybe 5-10 feet to move up.
That's not worth an action. I'm gonna, I am going to cast,
Oh my
blood
gosh.
infection.
What?
Our dodge scores because everyone's within. Oh man, what was the aura? 30
It's
feet?
30
it's
feet.
10. Is it 30 feet right now?
Oh.
15.
No.
15
Oh,
feet.
no,
I thought it
15.
was.
Right.
15,
Sorry.
yeah.
Everyone gets a.
Within 15 feet gets your
4.
shields is +4.
+4. Sorry, everyone get +4 to your dodge score.
While you're within 15 feet of
Sorry.
Constantuni.
Even Constantine.
Constantine.
himself?
Man, you know it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast minor curse, the blood infection.
Okay. Remind me what that does.
I will use it is a if it fails, it's a 1d4 damage, and then it has 1 less action.
So that is going to be. What is the check that it needs to make? Is it a fortitude?
Did I not? I don't know. I have it like written just as it's 1d4 plus 1 action. I don't.
We'll call it a fortitude versus your arcane.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 21 for the creature.
Wow. Okay, that's only a 13. Wow. Okay. Rude.
So
What's
you
my
lurch
action
out with this
bonus
blood
action?
curse, and it seems to have the constitution of 3 men.
Well, that's not good. I will pull my bow out and shoot at it, I guess.
Fire away, fire away.
That's really unfortunate. 15.
That is going to be a 7.
Cool. Cool. That's a 1 point of damage, so 4. 4
One.
points of damage.
4 points of
Ouch.
damage, and you get a blood mote. It's so sullen, so sad.
Long sigh.
Okay, that is the end of the. Okay, we move on to the other creatures. Pulling up
There's
from out of the
10 of 'em.
bushes with some level of intelligence and stratagem. Surrounding your party is what seems to be behind you, one skeletal archer and two skeletal fighters. The fighters rush in to make attacks against the middle of the group, while the archer fires an arrow towards Lyra in the back. So for, we're going to say Una. The skeletal fighter lurches out with a 18 to hit.
Well, I rolled a nat 1.
Eesh.
I would like to use a twist,
Sounds good.
if that's cool with it.
Wait, we're not using
Yeah,
our
it's fine.
dodge?
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
well, when you roll a nat 1, a nat 1's a nat 1.
Yeah, no modifiers apply to the natural one.
Okay,
failed.
so
You just become a loser.
that makes it a 24.
That dodges. You evade the damage from a very nasty looking rusty axe. The second attack is going to go for Lysander.
Okay.
Ooh, with a 23 total to hit. Rolled a natural
sorry, so-
19.
Do I roll against that?
Yes,
then
so
add
you'll roll and add your
dodge
dodge
speed.
score.
Okay, cool.
Plus the 4. Oh, wait, yeah, plus the 4 from.
Yeah, +4 from Constantine.
Oh, you said 19.
19 natural for a 23.
Oh, okay, yeah, 21. Yeah. So yeah, it hits.
Okay. That is 3 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Robes.
Yeah, that is just full damage to you. Okay, so the last two attacks, I should say, are going towards Lyra from the skeletal archer's bow. The first one being a dirty 20.
It's true. Wait, so which score am I adding on to my roll?
The dodge speed.
Oh,
Dodge score.
Oh.
That'd just be-
I have a 34.
What?
Because my dodge speed, from what we calculated last time, was 17. Then I have Constantine's +4. Is that too high?
Yeah, that sounds really high.
Okay,
only have a
well, how
+2.
do I recalculate that then?
We can
I don't know how I got
recalculate
that.
that for later because it is a little bit of a hefty process. We'll call it a +7 from your personal score for now.
Okay,
So-
that sounds fair.
Whoa!
I don't know how I got that number. Then I get a 20 then.
Okay. That does dodge it, yeah. Because did we rule that attackers win or defenders win?
Did
It
we
was
talk
meets
about that?
it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. Yeah.
Meets it, beats it. So is that attacker wins?
Yeah.
Okay, so that first
Aw.
one would hit. But the second one, he rolled a 4 natural with a +4 to hit, so 8.
I feel like I could beat that. Yeah, I beat that.
Okay.
I got a 17 natural, so.
I figured you would beat it. So that is a 1 point of piercing damage. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Scale mail.
Okay, for the scale mail,
I am my own armor.
for the scale mail,
Scary.
I believe that gives you a resistance full of
Wait,
2.
sorry. Wait, so are you telling me 7 is my dodge score without my +4 bonus?
Correct.
Okay, then that was calculated wrong, and I was over. I was 24 because I did not add my +4, so I
don't-
get no damage.
I don't think you would have taken the damage anyway.
No, from like either hit.
Yes.
Like from the first hit. Yeah. Oh, you're
yeah,
just
I
thinking of
was
my
I
skill?
was looking at the armor. What is going on here?
Mhm.
I can't find any of my things. Everything's broken.
It's okay. Just like life. Everything's broken.
Everything's broken. Where is all of my stuff?
Unclear.
You are not prepared.
I am not prepared.
I have no time.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so your scale mail has an RF value of 2, which means that you resist 2 points of piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage. So you wouldn't have taken the damage even if it did hit you. So the arrows kind of fling across your draconic scales, and you are able to turn a sharp gaze back towards the skeleton, who is just like very slowly starting to get another arrow pulled back. At the end of the turn order, we have at the very top of the turn order the monster again, who is going to make 3 attacks against Constantine. That is a my notes. Help.
Help, please.
Help, please.
Help, please.
Help.
22 to hit.
16.
Okay.
That one hits.
Mm.
There's one.
That is 2 points of bludgeoning damage, which I think you resist with your armor. But you can still add that to your Ardent Armory.
1 point.
Yep. And then 2 points of necrotic damage for that is not resistible. You can add an additional point to your Ardent Armory. The
Is it
second
4
attack,
points necrotic.
2 points necrotic.
Oh my.
The second attack is going to be a 16 to hit, and the third is a dirty 20.
Uh, 22.
Misses.
For the 16 and then another 22.
Misses. Okay, so you evade both of the other attacks, realizing that this creature is starting to throw hands. It is going to
Literally.
project.
All the hands.
It's going to use its ability project phlegm, and it's going to fire off another spittle attack. But it's not going to target you. It is going to target Una.
Ew.
Una, I need you to roll a dodge against a 25.
Don't forget the +4.
24.
Oh.
So close.
Hmm.
Okay, you take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Being dead, do I have any
And-
kind of resistance to necrotic? Or no?
I will give you resistance 2 to necrotic damage, being undead.
It heals you.
And then, yes, there is another thing that I'm Trying to find. I apologize.
It's cool.
Dizzy Mandy.
Just a little bit. Kind of crazy for a minute.
Saw that.
Crazy.
It's a little crazy. It's okay.
Is that the blood sugar spiking?
Yeah, I'm a little wigged out on dark chocolate right now. Might get scared. I just do some dark chocolate. Probably not a healthy habit, but you know.
Dark
Once
chocolate's
a
good
week.
for you. It's
This
good
is
for you.
true.
It's this.
Yeah.
Your brain and stuff
good.
and your hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you just need more dark chocolate in your life.
This is true.
Are you trying to tell
And
me
you
that I have
stop
a
being
problem?
subpar, Josh.
Stop
Yeah,
being
you
so
have-
hormonal. Stop
Josh.
hormoning.
Subpar again? Are you doing?
Josh, can you stop PMSing, please?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm overreacting right now.
Yeah, we're trying to play a game.
I should calm down. Yeah.
Oh, it's being dumb.
There's nothing more funny than when
It kind of looks
somebody's
like
like,
you're
"Calm down."
aggressively petting something.
I know. I'm just
Oh,
trying
you
to
got-
scroll up very aggressively.
It's so fuzzy.
Like,
You know,
dang,
Joe,
calm
I could
down.
help you with that.
Give me an helping hand.
Yeah, I could give you a bit of a helping hand.
You're gonna help him stroke.
No.
Scroll.
Oh, that's very funny.
Let me get my supple wrist over there.
Come touch me with your soft hands.
They're kind of dry right now, actually. They're not really soft.
Ooh,
I have dry
Stick
hands.
your hand in a glass of Vaseline.
that's just
You wanna feel
added
my
texture.
sandpaper hands.
Just using them.
I don't mind getting a little rough.
Ew.
Oh, why does it have to be so far up? I really need to
You
create
tell me.
separate categories for this stuff.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Well, why don't you pull it up on your computer and then you can do Control F. And
There you
use
go.
keywords.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
Control F.
I wish.
It stands for computer find.
I'm
Is it
almost
only
there.
on your phone?
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, I'm almost there. It's
He's
just
like a zoomer, so
it's
he's always
just
on his phone.
oh, shut up, dude.
His whole life is on his phone because he's like 19 or something, right?
Okay, boomer.
You know you can use Google Drive on your phone, so then you can like pull it up anywhere.
I know.
You say that, but you're not
I've been in a
utilizing it.
mad haze making stuff, and I just have not.
Haze, bro.
Did I pass it? I didn't pass it, did I?
Mm.
Joe, we need to have a sit down where we help you organize this.
I know.
Wish they have an organizing
And
day.
I'm the one
Yeah.
who's trying to freaking write a player's handbook for this crap.
For the thing that you made. I mean,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Organization comes first.
Oh
Mandy,
my gosh,
you are the
what are
queen
all
of
these
memes.
messages?
You're always sending good stuff.
Meme mommy.
I do my best.
Yes.
Hey, yo. Nice.
Yeah. You have been crowned.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the recognition.
You deserve it.
Oh.
What's up with this dude slapping himself?
I know, what the heck?
What's with all the
It's too
hands?
much
I'm
earlier.
trying to play the Aldercraft.
Oh, the music's breaking a little
Is that
bit.
Joe trying to find his notes?
Uh-oh, Mandy's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Our internet went a little wonky there for a moment.
Oh I
We
saw
lost
was this.
power for
That's
like
all I
an
saw
hour
from
yesterday.
You just went like this really hard, Joe.
Really
Good.
fast.
Fast.
Oh.
Hard and fast, yeah.
Oh,
Oh no.
they're having
They're
a rough.
gone.
Yeah.
Guys, I swear I made this.
Yo.
I think he's talking.
I guys, I swear
back.
I made this. This is a thing that I actually made. It's here somewhere.
He's talking really
So.
fast. Okay. Why do you guys have power outages? Is it windy or something? Oh, alright.
Oh, I
We had
went.
one that was. We had one last week lasted a few minutes, and today lasted a little over an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Ours was flickering a few days ago, but just flickers.
Yeah, I thought it was like we just paid our bill, and Daniel, he came knocking on our door like, "Hey, did you lose power too?" Like, yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but well, there were some guys working on some power lines in the neighborhood yesterday, I think. That's what they were doing. So I don't know if they like screwed something up.
Probably.
They probably just had to do a disconnect or something.
I know. Josh, what are you doing to our electrical, huh?
I'm messing with it. It's all me.
Fired.
Freaking Josh.
I wouldn't touch that stuff with a 30-foot pole. Are you joking?
I got 10, 30.
What's the Grinch song? 29.5-foot pole or something?
Mhm.
Yeah. uh-huh. Wouldn't touch that. I've seen animals get vaporized by
Hey, yo.
touching those wires.
Jesus Christ.
Those wires and halogen
that?
light bulbs.
What's that?
What?
Halogen light bulbs.
Halogen
What is
light
that?
bulbs.
So we had halogen lamp when I was like in high school. I think my parents still have it. And there was this big old like horsefly flying around. I was minding my own business playing games, and the stupid fly was like, "Oh look, a warm light. Let me go land on it." And landed on it, but its like feet melted to the light bulb.
Oh my
And what-
god!
Like heard like a popcorn pop, and then there was like a little bit of smoke rising up. We had to throw the lamp outside, and
Oh
it was
my
a toasty fly.
Ew.
That's
That thing
so
probably kept
gross.
your room warm.
It was so bad. I mean, there was like a little
smell?
flame too. I was like,
Did it
14-year-old
smell
man
bad?
didn't know what to do. I was like, no, we're gonna die.
We're gonna die from a fly.
The fly's trying to kill us. Kamikaze over here. Nasty. Yeah, halogen light bulbs. I think my parents still have that lamp. They cleaned it up and kept it. I'm like, but there's vaporized fly on it though.
But it will continue to kill more flies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we love this lamp. It's a great lamp. It kills bugs.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
thing.
murderous. I don't need an exterminator. Just chase the vermin down with a halogen lamp and you're good.
They're swatting them with the lamp.
So like the little mosquito zapper things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Get a halogen lamp.
Yeah. Halogen skeeter leper.
Halogen
Nasty.
skeeter beater.
Skeeter.
Hey yo.
Joe, that's naughty.
Hey yo.
Oh, that's naughty.
That's pretty naughty.
I found it.
Stop it.
I found it. I found it.
Oh.
You
Okay.
found it.
You
Pretty
gain
it is
one
right
level
now.
of sapped as the life force is being drained out of you, whether necrotic or radiant. You have a -1 to all fortitude checks
Who?
Rude.
been a
until
while.
the end of combat.
Wait, to everyone or?
To
me.
Una.
Ah.
Okay.
Wait, I took necrotic too.
Yes,
But I
but you
failed the
you
save.
you didn't fail the save for the spittle.
Okay.
So I have the monsters go and then you guys, and it flip flops. So prepare for another round of attacks. The archer is going to take 2 more attacks against Lyra. For a 17 for the first one. and a 10 for the second one.
So I got a 19 for the first one.
It misses.
I roll again, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I got. Oh no. I got a 13 for the other one.
The other one misses too.
Hey.
You're a little more aware of his presence, and the wings kind of just furl up and start blocking attacks from going further towards your party. But you're not really worried about it. You're kind of looking forward, like ding 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 ding. The
Whatever.
skeleton is getting more and more frustrated. One attack against Una and one attack against
Did they get frustrated?
Lysander.
Apparently.
For
Owned.
Una,
My
that is
nonchalance.
a 18 to hit, and for
Holy shit.
Lysander, that is a 21.
34.
26 for me.
16.
Okay, the attack hits Lysander, misses Una. 4 points of slashing damage to Lysander.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
I haven't even
Oh,
done a
good.
turn yet.
Oh, good.
All right, and that is the end of the creature's attacks. We go to Lyra to start off the combat after the surprise round.
Who is closest to us? Like, who's attacking my other two friends? Right next to me.
You have two skeletal fighters, one to your right, one to your left. Lysander seems to be taking a little more damage.
I want to attack the one that's attacking Lysander.
Okay, so you
Thank you.
duck to the right, and you go in for some attacks. Go ahead and roll an attack. What weapon do you brandish?
The long sword. 6. And then
Not
I used
a
the
longsword.
brawn modifier. Huh? I used the brawn modifier too, right?
So for the attack
It's
roll,
melee.
it is your melee,
Oh, yeesh.
and then it's
yeesh,
brawn
yeesh.
for your damage.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay. So then I got a 12.
It rolled a 15.
That sucks.
It's
How many
wi-
times can I go?
It's close enough that you could use your second action to smack it again.
I'm gonna smack it again. Ooh, this one is much better. I got a 24.
Sweet. We picked the warrior feature for you, correct? The warrior background for your character?
Yeah.
What passive do you have? Do you have the mercenary training that gives you 2 attacks per attack action?
Yes.
Okay, so the
Yes.
second attack would be part of your first action.
Oh, okay.
That is a natural 3 for the second attack, so that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Should be 1d4 plus your brawn modifier.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 5.
5 points of damage. A hefty blow into one of these lesser creatures.
Die.
As you smack down into this creature, the reverberations from the sword buckle down into your wrists, and you can see this like red aura begin to pour up and then down into the chest as it begins to like radiate outwards. You gain 1 draconic power.
Ooh. Ayo. Cool.
Okay, you have
Alright,
a
and then
full
it's-
action left if you want to spend it to attack 2 more times.
Yes, I do. Same old guy.
Fantastic. He rolled a 20 dirty for the dodge.
Well, I missed because I got a 12.
Okay. And then for the second one, he rolled a 15.
Well, I definitely got under that. So I got a good old 10. For my bonus action, can I just shove him?
Sure. Go ahead and make a contested strength check.
Okay. Oh, I got a 24.
You rolled a 21.
Oh.
So you give it a little wing shove as it like steps back about 5 feet. You are no longer within melee range, Josh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Lysander.
And then I'm gonna step in front of him so he doesn't continue to get bashed.
Okay. So using that momentum of the shove to carry forward, you kind of furl the wings out a bit to cover Lysander and get him in a protective circle. So you've got this little like kind of half moon going with Constantine. Okay. Anything else you want to do for your turn?
That's it.
Sweet. Constantine.
I'm at 3rd health right now.
So go ahead and roll a percentile. We're going to call a 25% chance. Roll under a 25, something happens.
What does that mean?
I rolled a 25.
You roll a 25? Okay. Cool. So, Lysander, you might want to get your pen and paper out. As Constantine is getting repeatedly just slapped over and over again by this creature and spit in his face, his brow becomes a little more stern. There's the slightest amount of annoyance that comes over his face on a creature that you've never seen be even the slightest bit bothered by any condition. And the candle flame starts to burn really hot. And he begins to glow a little bit. Constantine, you now have +5 movement speed for the duration of combat. You have... I will take this opportunity to discuss a thing here. Roll a d8 for me.
I thought I only needed 3 types of dice. Turns out I need all of them. 6.
6. You gain 6 points of courage. So courage in my game is your temporary hit points. They are stackable. You can gain them from multiple sources. And they don't go away until you use them.
You said how many?
However many you rolled.
6.
6 points of courage. They work as temporary hit points, and those are absorbed before your hit points are.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
So you gain 5 feet of movement. You gain an extra attack action on one of your actions per turn. So if you take the attack action a second time on your turn, it's just one attack for that action. You gain the courage. However, because you are burning hot right now, you are more susceptible to wounds, which means every time you take an attack, you're going to roll a percentile dice, and on under a 25, you're going to take a wound to one of your limbs.
Yep.
As you become a little more reckless. Okay, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So the aura of retribution.
Yes. It's activated
Enemy
after you utilize the retribution
Okay.
ability.
Okay. Well, I'm going to like just from his shoulder, he's just go, ooh, just swing the flail down as hard as he can atop the noggin of Mr. Hansy here.
Okay. Roll a attack roll.
That's an 11.
14. Do you want to use a twist?
Yes, please. Yes, if that's okay with y'all. That sucked really bad. I'm like, oh.
I
Do it, do it.
trying to be cool.
So cool.
17.
Yeah, it hits.
Yay.
Yay.
I will pump all of that.
Oh, how much do you have stored up?
Wonderful. 5.
Nice. 5 extra points of damage. So roll your d4 plus your
Oh.
brawn modifier.
That's 7. Plus 5 is 12.
12.
5 of that was holy. And a huge burst of gold will kind of like shoot out in a disc from the impact.
Okay.
And
As the gold pushes outward, the candle's flame flickers for a moment and then turns red. Still burning as hot as they were, but it's a bright red flame now. And the aura of retribution kicks in. Please read off the aura of retribution.
enemy creatures in your aura must make a magic resistance check or be knocked prone by the weight of your retribution. Once this effect occurs, the creatures are immune whether they fail or succeed for 4 rounds.
Okay, and then what was that check? It was a magical resistance check?
Yes, but it doesn't say the number.
Because it's versus your arcane check,
so
I think.
Are we doing contested or no?
Yes, it's always contested.
Okay.
So it'll be your arcane check. It rolled a 17.
Roll a 16.
Okay.
Are there any others within 15 feet of me?
Yeah, I would say both the
Okay,
other
then
skeletons are within 15 feet, so I'll roll. Geez, that one rolled an 18, that one rolled a 19.
No.
So the aura of
The 10 was
retribution
the 17.
bursts out, and the creatures seem to feel the weight of your retribution, but it doesn't knock them prone.
It's okay.
And I'm going to modify that one to once they fail, the effect does not occur on them for the number of rounds. So they still have a chance for that happening to them next round.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You still have an action left.
So it's if the creatures succeed, whatever. We'll reword it later. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I have how many more attacks?
You have one attack on this action, and then you'll have another action available to you.
Yeah, I'm hitting this thing over and over again and see how it likes it.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm throwing flail.
You
not
bring
my
the
hands,
sensor
but
back up and boom. Go ahead and roll your
yeah,
attack.
Bring him, try and knock
Oof.
him off.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, it's a 7.
5.
Okay. You have one action left. You can use it to attack, or you can bonus action incant a spell if you'd like to and use a spell.
Is drinking a potion a bonus or an action? I
It
can't
is a
remember.
bonus.
Well, I'm gonna pop a healy potion.
Okay. As a bonus action or an action?
Bonus.
Okay, so roll 2d4 plus 2.
6. He's gonna get 8 points back. He's back up to full health with those temps.
Okay. And what are we
And-
doing for the action?
He's still beating it. He's mad. Or
Smash.
He's annoyed. This is annoying.
Okay.
Let me smash.
Let me friend.
12.
17. The very last attack, he is able to slip out of your grasp, which just furthers your annoyance a little bit. That being the end of your turn, we are going to go to Una.
Yeah. How's he looking?
The big guy,
Mm-hmm.
bloodied.
Bloodied.
Definitely bloodied.
Okay. I will use an action to. Wait, he's still in the same spot, yeah?
Yeah.
I will use an action to go up to him,
Okay.
and then I would like to use Quick Strike.
Okay.
which gives me advantage. Remind me again how.
So quick strike, as long as an ally is within 5 feet or you have advantage on the attack, you can use quick strike to make your attack an auto crit.
Yes, that. I would do that.
He rolled a 10.
Well, good, because I rolled a 22.
So, and then walk through the crit, because we changed how crits work, and I just want everybody to know how crits work.
So it's the full damage, so 1d4 plus 3, 7, and then I roll, and then add the 3 again?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to use my moat.
Okay, so you increase the
And,
base amount of d4s to your attack by 1. So that would make your total damage dice 8 plus 3.
Right. So 8 plus 3, 11 base damage. Roll 2 4s. Wow, my maths just went out my head. What was the first number? 11?
11 plus 6 is
So
17
20 plus 6?
from your modifier from the... Or I'm sorry, plus 3. You probably have it right. I'm sorry. I'm messing you up.
Yeah, so 8 plus 3 is 11, plus what I rolled is a 9, so 20 points of damage. Right? That was correct maths.
Are you adding the modifier a second time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 20 points of damage.
Okay, and then 10 points of healing goes towards Lyra if she needs it.
I'm full health still.
Okay.
Well, you weren't the one I should have bonded with then.
As you run up, slipping the short sword, dagger?
It's a short sword.
Short sword in between some of the ribs, right into one of the sutures. You rip up the back, and the sutures just fall apart as the creature falls into useless, moving, still alive parts, but useless. As in defeated, because you did over half its health in one hit.
Cool. Should have done that from the beginning.
You
She's
gain
like
a blood mote back for the kill.
Oh, for the kill?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
you
I get
wouldn't.
one if
You
I
wouldn't.
kill it.
Yes, if you kill, you get a blood mote, but
Cool beans.
normally you wouldn't if you were spending it.
She is snarling. And
nice.
Constantine just sees her just
Little feral
absolutely-
beastie.
Yeah, little feral beastie.
All right, there are still 3 entities. Do you want to do anything for your bonus action? Any incanting?
It's like a little ferret.
Yeah. I will prepare the curse.
Okay, so readying up that curse. Who are you wanting to inflict it on?
The archer. I don't think the archer's been touched.
Okay, so we will move on to Lysander. Finally.
All right.
Josh is like asleep in his chair.
Everything's done. Yeah. I didn't do anything.
Besides get pummeled.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Thank you for saving me. I only had 2
Anything
hit
for Josh?
left.
Oh no!
I bonded the wrong person. You boys are squishy.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay, well, Lysander's squishy. You just
I
got
can't
Call me
dodge.
Papa Bear.
I think the reason that Constantine was squishy is because he wasn't applying his resistance to the bludgeoning damage that he was receiving.
Uh-oh.
I think he was taking
Yeah,
way more
resist
damage than he should. Yeah, you should have been resisting 4 points of damage from each
I
attack.
saw that too late. I was like,
Okay, Josh, go ahead.
I think okay. So there's the archer, and then there's 2 skeletal warriors left, right?
Mhm.
So one of the warriors, I think I'll just let Candace take care of. She seems to have it in the bag.
Got it. Handle.
The archer though has been kind of annoying.
Okay.
So seeing that, Lysander will probably take one of his Ember Blast flasks and throw it.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack using your arcane modifier.
Okay.
And it rolled a 15 to dodge.
15?
Yep.
17? 8 plus 9? Am I silly? 17?
Yeah, 17.
Yes. I mean, you
I
are
don't know
silly,
numbers.
but that is
17
correct.
to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for Ember Blast.
Okay. 5 points of fire damage.
5 points. Nearly destroying this creature. It hits the creature's chest with a concussive blast that echoes through the mountainscape.
Nice. And I will definitely pop a potion.
Sweet.
For...
Action or
Wait,
bonus
did you
action?
say- So the bonus action is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, and then the action is 10 points of healing.
Oh, dang. Okay, so you just get the max.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do a bonus action.
Okay.
2d4 is gonna get me.
Then you roll 2 1s.
I did roll 1-1, but I got a 5 plus 2, so I got 7. I got all my hit points back.
Nice.
And then, I guess I have one more Ember Blast Flask. I can't say that. Blast Flask.
Blast Flask.
I'll throw it at the
That is
Skeletal Warrior.
Which one?
The one that isn't damaged.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll
Right.
roll an attack to hit. He rolled an 11.
18.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
2.
Not quite the concussive force that you're looking for. You throw that flask and it shatters, but it kind of is this weird liquid fire, kind of magma that kind of burns through the skeleton really quickly, but doesn't leave like a lasting impact.
Wheat.
Wheat.
All right, that's it. I think. Oh, and I'll try to run away a little bit.
Okay.
Try to like get away
With
from
the big monster dead, you can kind of weave your way back towards Constantine and Una, getting yourself within the safety of numbers.
Right.
At the end of your turn,
Retreat.
it is the monster's turn. The archer is going to take 2 attacks, one at Lyra and one at Constantine.
I
That
think
is
he's just determined to hit me.
that is a 5 to hit Lyra. I don't even think you need to roll for that unless you roll a natural 1.
Well, I
And
already got a
for-
16.
Yeah, for Constantine, that's going to be a 13.
16.
Yeah, I figured. So he's like, as the main creature dies, suddenly the skeletons seem a little more like dazed and lurchy and kind of beholden to their own whims rather than more tactful. The 2 skeletal warriors are going to make 2 attacks against 2 against Lyra, 2 against Constantine.
Rude.
Rude,
That is
rude.
a 14 plus 4 for an 18 to hit on the first one for Lyra. A dirty 20 for the first one for Constantine.
I got a dirty 20 as well.
'Tis unfortunate.
Is
Does that one hit
Wait.
you?
I'm going to dodge, right? To add on.
Yeah. That is 8 points of damage to you, Constantine. Rolled max damage on that one. You can reduce that by 4 though, and then add 2 points to your Ardent Armory.
My first one was 23.
That dodges.
Yeah, my
Second
next
attack
one
on Lyra is a 4.
Mine was an 18.
Yeah, and then a 22 for Constantine on the second one.
Yeah, I got an 11.
That is 1 point of damage that you see none of. The first attack is this lunging
That's right.
smack down on your right on your back, and as you kind of turn around with this frustrated face, it tries to tink, and it just kind of hits your breastplate, and then it's kind of like that is the end of the monster's turn. We go to Lyra.
I'm gonna hit the guy closest to me again.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll 2 attacks, and then we'll roll the damage if they hit. I am going to, at this point, switch to AC for the monsters because it's getting too much to track the dodge
Okay.
on my end.
My first one's a 25.
Hits,
Then my second one was an 8.
misses.
Okay.
And then, so
Oh wait,
roll,
no, wrong one.
roll 1d4 plus your brawn modifier.
4.
4 points of damage.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
Take your time.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have another turn. Does that guy
take your
dead
time.
yet?
No, he is not. He is still living by a butt hair.
That's really rude. Okay.
They are the thinnest ones.
He's a Diggleberry?
Yeah.
Stinky.
I think. Can I split my attack? Like attack him one more
Oh,
time and then
as
someone else?
as that second attack hits, it reverberates back in again, and that red ember power begins to spread into the arms. You have 2 draconic power now.
Oh. Ooh. Sorry. Remind me how I can use my draconic.
Oh, I was wondering why you weren't using them.
I
Yeah, like, that's
forgot.
cool. What do I do?
That's important. Okay, so you have 3 abilities. You have Draconic Rend, Draconic Leap, and Draconic Breath.
Oh yeah, you sent me that. Yeah.
So it should be in the pinned messages in our conversations. Take your time.
Take your time with that good stuff.
Take your time. I had to get the jump scare in. Dude, I had to crack the door. It's freaking warm in here.
No, it's not.
Warm in my place.
Well, you're not sitting in the hot seat right now, so you're over there playing Crossy Roads.
I'm sleepy, so I'm keeping myself awake. It's a brain dead game.
That's what coffee's for.
I already had like 2 cups today.
That's true.
Wait, but you didn't answer my question if I can. Because I have 2 attacks, right? Do I have to use them both on the same target?
No.
Okay.
So, but
So
however,
much
one of your draconic abilities takes a whole action. So you have the 2 normal attacks on an attack action, or you have one of your draconic abilities.
Okay. Can I take a gander around who seems to be the healthiest of our enemies?
The healthiest of the enemies is the other warrior that is currently having a little bit of magma flow through its bones, just directly behind you.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn around and attack him if he's just
'Kay.
directly behind me.
Yeah, go for it.
And then I'll use 1 draconic power.
Okay.
So using this ability, you lash out with your claws against an enemy within 5 feet, which I'm assuming he is.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll roll the hit.
So with 1 draconic power, go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
11 would miss. Do you want to use a coin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got literally the exact same score.
Oh no. So
That's
the
annoying.
good thing about these abilities is if the attack doesn't land, you don't use the draconic power. So you
That
get
is
to
nice.
retain the draconic power. However, that leaves you the bonus action on your turn. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm gonna kick him out of frustration.
Kick him in the shin.
You just give him a little kick in the shin.
Yeah.
Roll
I got
for offense taken.
Roll for offense taken.
I got an 8.
Although it doesn't have a central nervous system to feel pain anymore, you do see it kind of hop on one foot for a second, as if it's having some kind of shadow pain, some phantom pain. We go to
Shadow
Constantine next.
This little twerp still in my face.
Yep.
I'm gonna take his head and try to pop it off the neck. I'm gonna do some twisties on it.
Okay, roll a melee attack.
With what?
Your arms, I guess.
I forgot that was a check.
Yeah, just a melee.
Use your feet too.
An 18.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage, and we'll see if you pop his little head off.
Five.
Wrong one, Joe.
No.
Not quite popping his head off, but you definitely crick something in his neck. You do have another attack on the first action of your turn.
I'm gonna try again. I'm just like trying to pry it off. I'm frustrated.
Okay, go for it. Roll your attack.
12.
12 does miss. So you do slip
No,
and
it
lose
does
your.
not.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. You do lose your grip as you are a little too frustrated, which ends up making you more frustrated. You know those moments when you're frustrated and you drop something, you try to pick it up, and you have to pick it up like
And you
7
keep-
times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
His lips
That's where
goes into a very thin line. Just
he's doing the Smeagol breathing right now. He's like,
he seems to like.
go ahead and you have another action. You can do it again if you want.
Yes. I'm not stopping till his hands off his little neck.
Just got this visual of Constantine with both his hands on
24.
both his hands on this freaking thing's head. He's just like.
Listen, he just
20
gets done
24.
and lets go and just cracks his fist into the top of his head and tries to shatter the bone.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll damage for that attack.
5.
How much?
5.
Hold on, I have to do math.
It's pretty good.
Oh, tough as a skeleton.
He is hanging on by just a thread. But however, I will say that he, as a representative of damage, as you crack into the top of his skull, his head does get lodged in his shoulder cavity, like.
That's all I can do, man.
Yeah, that's all you
Oh
can
wait,
do.
wait. Can I pump my holy damage into this thing?
You're gonna
or is
use
only when-
retribution.
Yes.
All right, go ahead
That's
and.
2.
I feel like this is like taking so
Does that
much
do
for this thing to die.
It's just the
Does that
it's just
do
the,
it?
it's just the
Die
dice.
already.
Simple skeleton.
So the hand stops. The motion of the hand stops. But the afterburn kind of kick, like afterburners, it kind of kicks in, and there's like this holy flame that just pushes your fist all the way through the skeleton as it just shatters into pieces.
It's like the heavy sledge in Fallout.
Yes.
The rocket sledgehammer.
Yeah. But it makes the sound of like Legos falling and hitting the ground, just like. That one's dead.
Turn around to the next one.
Right as Una's turn
Is
kicks
that
in.
archer still alive?
Yes. Oh, hey,
Okay.
Mandy. Did I hit you with both attacks or one attack last round? Both attacks, because you resisted the damage of the second one. I need you to roll 2 percentiles, please.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
you're susceptible to
no.
wounds in this state.
So it's a 20 and a 0. Does that just mean 20?
That's a 20. Okay, roll again.
26.
Okay, you narrowly evade the second one. Okay, however,
What am I
I-
get hurt? What's happened? Yeah.
First
What gets
time.
hurt?
you're,
got boo-boo help.
we'll say for the narrative effect, this will be a wound on your attacking arm
No, that's just rude.
as you drive your fist using that afterburn of your overdrive down through the skeleton. You're kind of willing something to happen that shouldn't. So for your arms, you have strained muscles in your arms as you feel the muscle fibers beginning to tear in the arm. You have a -1 to melee and marksman contests
Okay.
until the wound is treated.
Sprained
So
my
you
wrist.
you feel, and if it was visible under your armor, you feel a muscle just like there is a severed muscle in your arm.
His arm kind of goes a little limp.
Your arm is not feeling good. It is very painful to move, but in the state that you're in, you don't really notice. Not yet, anyway.
A little bit of a vein pops in his temple.
Okay, Una, you may take your turn now.
Alright, I'm releasing that that spell at the archer.
The spell
Cursed.
releases. It needs to make a fortitude save versus your arcane, which is a total of 8.
17.
Yeah, that takes into effect.
Sorry, 16.
Roll the d4 damage.
2. But it has one less action.
It just explodes from the damage.
Was it hit?
Yeah, it got hit by the bottled ember blast from Lysander.
Oh, right.
And so your curse was just too much for it. It had 7 hit points and it was nearly dead.
Can't handle it anymore.
He just couldn't hang on any longer.
Any around me?
Yeah, the one just got smashed in front of Constantine. You could move around Constantine to get to the one that
That'll take my
Lyra
action.
was fighting.
Yeah, I'll take my action. I won't be able to do anything else.
I'll allow a disadvantaged attack to try to shoot through Constantine and Lyra.
Okay. I will
Like,
do that.
crouch in between Constantine's legs type deal.
Okay.
Dang.
10.
That misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You hit the skeleton, and it, like a xylophone, right through the ribcage.
I thought she was gonna hit Constantine instead.
Like right in the
Gets him in the-
inner
I took
thigh.
an L to the knee.
Used to be an adventurer like you.
That's all.
Lysander,
That's me, huh?
that's you.
Yeah.
Alright.
You get to
Well.
go again.
Since there's only one left.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can. I think I can.
End this.
Yes. How far away is this creature?
You moved back, so I'm gonna say like 10 feet, 10, 15.
Oh, okay. That's not very far. Cool. So, yeah. I'll just go in for a melee hit with the staff that I have.
Okay.
The long staff.
That's the melee modifier. Okay, so 16 to hit.
Yeah, it's
Okay, cool. And then it'd be 1d4. Okay. That would be 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
4 points. He is. You like crack into him a couple of times with the staff, but he is just barely holding on.
What are these bones made out of? He must have been
Bruh.
in his previous life or something.
Well, they do have they have chainmail draped over them, so
Oh, okay.
Not just
Mm,
Cheaters.
yeah, they're not exposed like the archer was.
I've got metal rods in my bones.
I have one more action.
Yeah.
I'll just hit him again.
Galahad.
Whack.
Gotta get him. I don't think that one's gonna work. 9.
You have coins if you want to use it.
What do you got? Should I just end it?
Yes.
Okay. What do I get to add to that?
So you just get to reroll.
Oh, okay, cool. Watch it be worse. It's gonna be worse, guys.
Be a
Mine
one, you'll
was.
get the coin instead.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Oh
Ah,
no!
You're F.
Cruel.
This is
Just-
never ending.
Yep.
Oh
Well,
my
I guess
god.
Way to go.
We're not
Keep
supposed
the
to adopt him
coin.
into our party now. Can't kill him.
Well,
That
welcome to the
being
team.
the end of Lysander's turn, it is now the skeleton's turn. He's gonna take a womp on Lysander
Oh.
and a womp on Lyris. So that is a dirty 20 for Lysander and a 2 for Lyris.
Who?
Who?
Lyris?
Lyra?
Lyra, why? Who the crap is Lyris?
I have no
I
idea.
don't
who
know.
Lyris is.
Like,
Like
I don't
what?
know, man. I'm on
talking about
crack.
us?
Drunk.
Yeah. You're having a rough one.
cold air
2
brain
points
freezing you,
of
bro.
slashing damage if you did not dodge.
I did. I got 26 or 24.
Nice, you dodge.
Yeah.
You did it.
You
That
did
is the
it.
end of the
Yeah.
monster's turn. Lyra. Lyris.
Lyris.
That was bad.
Oh, Lyris Titanborn from ESO. That's what your character reminds me of. That's why I called you Lyris.
I don't know that character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with that game.
It's a game?
Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna kick his ass.
Okay.
I will use my rend again. I shall try to use that, except this time I'm not gonna use any draconic power because he's gonna die either way.
All right.
So I roll.
So that's basically just like a normal attack.
Yeah, basically just with my claws. So I got a 17.
Yeah, it hits. Roll for damage. Don't.
Hell
He has 1 point of health left. you
Well, I definitely got him.
you like walk up to the two of them who are like in perilous straits, and you just kind of backhand the skeleton and it falls into pieces.
Oh.
Feels appropriate.
Break on.
All right, I'm gonna turn off this repetitive
best.
Battle music.
battle music here.
Fighting
Uh,
tunes.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for bed.
We're gonna be wrapping up here. I do want to tell you how much XP you got for that.
Yeah.
Because that's always the fun part.
Give me XP.
Okay, so the one creature, the main creature that you guys fought, was a level 3 creature, meaning that you guys got 72 XP from that one creature. The skeletal archer, I'm pretty sure, is a level 0 creature.
Just like me.
So you got 32 XP from the skeletal archer,
Are we
and then
mapping?
and then
I guess
the
so.
no, just hold on. Keep track of the numbers, and I will math it for you.
I'm mathing it. Don't worry about it.
The undead fighters were level 1, same level as you, so that's 40 per or 80 additional XP on top.
$184.
So 184 XP to each of you,
Nice.
which is nice because your goal is 1,000. So one encounter boosting you to 2/10 of your goal is fairly good.
We already have 80
Like,
XP
yeah.
apparently too.
Right, yeah.
We do. It was
Sweet.
Hit that 80.
So it would be our total XP then?
264.
Nice.
I don't feel good.
Nice. Yeah, as combat ends, the sapped feeling that you had, Una, fades as that life is returned to you. And Constantine, the adrenaline fades away, and your arm hurts bad. There is burning.
Cradles it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good no matter what position you put it in. The muscle, it has like detached. So, as for what you do about that, so for wounds, natural healing requires basic medical supplies like healing salves or a novice restoration spell, or can be treated using one camp rest. So you either have to burn a basic healing potion, which gives you no additional hit points, it just cures the wound, or use a restoration spell of novice level.
Okay. Or camp, which takes like several days to do.
3 days, yeah.
He'll fumble for the last vial in the pouch, and he'll pop it.
Okay.
As shaky.
As you pop the potion, it's not good. It feels like the burning instantly goes away, but the muscle feels like a slug inside your arm creeping back up as it reattaches. And it's like, You can remove the wound from your arm.
What was that about?
Seems I must have gotten carried away. Minor injury, I am alright.
From the afterburn, you also take 4 points of exhaustion. From D&D players, that probably sounds like a lot. Exhaustion does not work in the same way. Exhaustion is a stackable point system that you can gain throughout your travel. And I rolled a d4 to determine that. It's just bad luck that you got the max amount. But it essentially takes away from your FP and HP recovery through your dice rolls when you recover during a sleep rest. So if Constantine rolls a 8 on his hit point dice to recover, he's getting 4 of those points. Okay. As you begin to travel and kind of move on down the road, or staying and gathering and inspecting the corpses for what you can find. Whatever you choose to do. We're going to call our session here for tonight, and we'll pick back up next week.
Woohoo! Hey.
Cool, 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 cool.
Good night.